Greetings, Belmopan. A pleasant good afternoon to you all. I am happy that you have decided to join us in marking another anniversary of this historic day in our nation's journey. Often cast aside in favor of the other big day later this month, I find it unfortunate that more significance and importance isn't placed on celebrating the 10th. We must realize that for Belize to have gotten to September 21st, 1981, in the state it was at that time, we first had to have had the result achieved on September 10th, 1798. Without the first, chances are there would never have been the second. And that is why we must never forget and give it its proper and due place in history. Despite attempts at division and segregation around it, the 10th of September is everyone's day. Every race, creed, and culture should feel the same sense of pride today, whether born or naturalized Belizean, young or not so young. Each year, during this month of September, we put our colors on display. The new flags are brought out, our school children are taught the history of these events, and there is a sense of deep patriotism and merriment countrywide. But then, as soon as the 22nd arrives, it's as though we forget, and it is all put back on the shelf until the next year. I encourage you to not let the fire die down. Let us keep that spirit alive year-round in all we say and especially do. We are not perfect, but Belize is a country we can all be proud of, and with as much to offer as any other nation. Over these past few months, the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic has caused a lot to change in our city, our country, and our daily lives. The challenge to us differs in nature from that faced by the Baymen all those years ago, but it will take an equal measure of sacrifice and collective effort to overcome. Our singers, our poets, our musicians and dramatists all make the sacrifice to remind us that we are Belize, that we are beautiful. Let's do all we can to ensure that future generations are inspired to pick up the torch and carry it, so that future September celebrations surpass so very easily what we enjoy today. Let us remember that Belize is for Belizeans, independent and free, and as long as we stand shoulder to shoulder, understanding that we collectively rise and fall as one, it will always be so. Let us do our part here in Belmopan. Let us continue to build a welcoming community that embraces all who would want to maintain the peace and tranquility which we hold so dear. Let us teach our children the proper way and ensure they don't stray down any destructive path. What we sow today, we will reap tomorrow. So let us make sure they are healthy seeds. Let us continue to social distance, wear our masks, and practice proper hygiene, so that come the next celebratory occasion, we can come together as we have been accustomed to and not have to celebrate apart. In closing, I remind you of the line from that song we have been hearing for years now and will continue to hear for many to come. Let us march and sing and shout with merry glee the Battle of St. George's Key. Happy St. George's Key Day to you all. Happy 10th of September. May God continue to bless our city and country abundantly. Thank you.
God's goodness gave